Hello students, welcome back to your online session for physics class for today. Now today we are going to begin with our new topic, that is temperature of lesson number 2. I hope you all have read and understood the topics that were before this one that we discussed in our last class. Now today we are going to study or learn about temperature and about thermometers, then units of temperature. Okay, so let us get started. Open your books to page number 24. Page number 24. Point number 2.4, measurement of temperature. Take 3 containers bowls. Put cold water in one, hot water in the second, and lukewarm water in the third container. Dip your right hand fingers in the cold water and left hand fingers in the hot water. You can see a diagram is given over here. So what they are asking us to do, they have asked to take 3 containers. In first one put cold water, second one lukewarm water, and third one hot water. Now what they have asked us to do, put your one hand in cold water and another hand in hot water. Now keep them for a minute or two. Keep your hands in these containers for 1 minute or 2 minutes. Now take out the finger and dip them quickly in a bowl of lukewarm water. Now take out hands from these bowls and keep it in lukewarm water container. What will happen? You will feel that the lukewarm water is equally hot to both the hands. Hence our sense of touch does not provide us information but the exact estimation of hotness or coldness. It means, like, see, when we will keep our hand in this water, both our hands will not feel the same touch of this lukewarm water. So what does it mean? That our sense of touch does not provide us exact information of hotness or coldness. It can only give us the relative feeling of hotness or coldness of a body. Why does it happen? Because our hand was first of all placed in this cold water and this hand was placed in hot water. So that sense of touch was still there in the hand. So that is why this relative feeling of hotness or coldness can be sensed. Okay, now the degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called temperature. What is temperature? The degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called temperature. It can be measured with the help of a thermometer. The earliest thermometer was made by Galileo in 1592. The first thermometer that was invented or made was by Galileo in 1592. All thermometers use some physical property that changes uniformly with temperature. Like, I hope you all must have used the thermometers, especially this one, right? This is an electronic thermometer and this one is a analog types. Like, it is having mercury, but like, it is quite difficult to read the readings in this thermometer. Now all the thermometers use some physical property that changes uniformly with temperature. Yes, the temperature whatever we get over here, it used to change. Like, as our body temperature will change, the readings over here will also change. Now thermometers. A thermometer is used. See, first of all, let us see from here. A thermometer is used to measure the temperature of an object. Yes, like whatever object. See, if we'll put this thermometer in a cup of tea, that also it will measure, right? But like, we should not do it because, like, the temperature of tea is like much higher, and our thermometer might burst after doing that. So, but it will measure the temperature of any object. I just mean to tell you that a thermometer can measure the temperature of any object, right? And there are two types of thermometers: clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Now, like, what is the type of thermometer that we use at our home? That is a clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer indicates temperatures from minimum of 35 degrees Celsius or like 94 degree Fahrenheit. This is actually the same, students. I hope you all remember, we have also studied in maths in 5th standard, right? So 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degree Fahrenheit, because there are like changes in units, so that is why these numbers are changed, but the temperature is actually same. The temperature in Celsius is 35 degree, and that same temperature in Fahrenheit is 94 degree. And it can also lead to maximum of 42 degrees Celsius or 108 degree Fahrenheit. I hope like some of you, or I think most of us used to have fever, but maximum it reaches to 101 or maximum 102, right? But like once it will reach 108, it will be like too severe condition, right? So now the normal temperature, what is the normal temperature of human body? It is 37 degree Celsius. Now let us get back to our book part. Galileo invented a rudimentary water thermometer in 1593. Okay, he called this device as thermoscope. However, this form was ineffective as water froze at low temperatures. In 1714, Gabriel Fahrenheit invented the modern mercury thermometer. A thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube called the stem. The scales in which the temperature is measured are marked on the stem. All the end of the stem there is a small bulb which contains mercury in it. A capillary tube is inside the glass stem in which mercury expands when the bulb is kept in contact with a hot body. Mercury is toxic and it is very difficult to dispose it when the thermometer breaks. Yes, sometimes it happens now when this type of thermometer breaks now, this type. So the mercury that is kept over here, it is like unable to, we can't even hold it, we can't even hold a mercury that is placed in this thermometer. So that is the reason why it is very difficult to dispose it, because like once we can hold it, we can easily dispose it, but it becomes very difficult for us to hold the mercury. So nowadays digital thermometers are used to measure the temperature. See, yes, and this is what we have discussed. A digital we generally used to use digital thermometers nowadays to measure temperature, as they do not contain mercury. We don't have mercury in digital thermometers. Thermometers are of the following two types: clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. A clinical thermometer is used to measure the temperature of the human body at home, clinics, and hospitals. Yes, we used to use these thermometers to measure our temperature, like human body temperature. At our home also we used to use it, at clinics and hospitals, doctors used to use it. All clinical thermometers have a kink that prevents the mercury from flowing back into the bulb when the thermometers are taken out of the patient's mouth. They have a kink that actually like they have in these thermometers, it is like impossible. Actually, this one is broken down, else you all must have seen it. There is a kink over here which actually prevents the mercury to flow back, like to just flow back into the bulb when the thermometer is taken out, because once it reaches here, it just stays here, right, to show the correct reading to us. There are temperature scales on either side of the mercury thread, one in Celsius and another one is Fahrenheit. See, students, I hope you all can see it. See right now over here, 35, 36, 37, 38. Oh, 39, then 40, right? And over here we can see 98, 97, 98, 99, right? So like this see over here 94, 96, 98, 100 and 102, because I hope you all remember how to read a scale we discussed in our last chapter. So this is how, like in the middle we will have 95, in the exact middle point we will have 95, then this is 96, then exactly at middle we will have 97, then 98. So this is how we used to read this thermometer. Now there are temperature scales on either, okay, one in Celsius and another one in Fahrenheit scale, right? Since the Fahrenheit scale is more sensitive than the Celsius scale, body temperatures is measured in Fahrenheit only. Yes, generally in Fahrenheit only we used to measure our temperature. Clinical thermometer indicates temperatures from minimum of 35 degrees Celsius to 94 degrees sorry 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degree Fahrenheit to a maximum of 42 degrees Celsius or 108 degree Fahrenheit. Now we can see the picture over here again. This is a thermometer. This is the king, which was actually broken in my that thermometer, and this is called as bulb containing mercury. Okay, now normal body temperature, these are the scales, and this mercury actually moves up whenever we measure our temperature. The temperature of the human body does not go beyond this temperature range. This is the maximum range of human body and it does not go beyond this. The normal temperature of a human body is 37 degree Celsius. A temperature above 37 degrees Celsius indicates that a person is having fever. The bore of the clinical thermometer is very fine and there is a kink or a constriction just above the bulb. When the bulb is warm, the mercury in it expands and pushes itself past the kink. Because yes, we used to keep this thermometer from this side in our mouth. So once this bulb gets heated, this mercury gets up, like okay, and as much as this bulb will heat, the mercury will go up, and then when we'll remove it from our mouth, it will just stop at that point. So that is the exact reading that we get. This helps us to read the temperature conveniently. After taking the reading, now mercury is brought back to the bulb by jerking the thermometer. Yes, we used to like always whenever we used to measure our temperature, we used to jerk it like this, right? We used to jerk it, wash it and jerk it. So that is just to keep the mercury at its place. Now precautions to be followed while using a clinical thermometer. The thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Yes, we should always before using and after using we should always wash the thermometer. And actually nowadays, like as it's COVID times, it is prefer it is like very good idea to keep separate thermometers for each family candidate, because it is not good or wise to use each other's thermometer, because this might lead to some problems. So better to keep a particular thermometer for each candidate, a separate thermometer. Now jerk the thermometer a few times to bring the level of the mercury down. We should jerk the thermometer before using it, and before use the mercury level should be below 35 degrees Celsius. Do not hold the thermometer by its bulb. Keep the mercury level along your line of sight and then take the reading. Yes, we should always keep like exactly in front of our eyes like this, then only we can easily read the readings in this thermometer. Handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it may break. And I have already told you that this one is already broken. So do not place the thermometer in a hot flame or in hot sun, because it will automatically burst down. If even we will keep this thermometer in very hot liquid or hot object, so it will actually burst out, it will just break down. Now second point, laboratory thermometer. Now we will see laboratory thermometer. A laboratory thermometer has markings from minus 10 degrees Celsius as the lower point and 110 degrees Celsius as the upper point. So we can see these are like in laboratory thermometer, it has higher range. It is used for measuring the temperature in our science laboratory. So initially we can see and tell that this kind of thermometer we only use in laboratories, labs. The stem and the bulb of a lab thermometer are longer as compared to that of a clinical thermometer. This part is longer, right, as compared to this one, and this part also, because it has higher range. And there is no kink in the lab thermometer. Hold the thermometer such that you can see a very thin silvery line inside. Yes, in this also we have to hold it in such a way so that we can see the line. I hope you can see a line is going like this over here. So it should be visible to us. The upper end of this line tells you the temperature. Look at the graduations of the thermometer and find the value of temperature represented by one small division on the scale. We have to very carefully read the scale of this thermometer. You can see it is beginning from -10, then 0, then 10, 20. So the variation is of 10, okay, 10 points, and it is going up to 100, and then this is 110. You can see it very clearly in your physics books. Fine. Now, precautions to be followed while using a laboratory thermometer. Let us read and understand the precautions. Do not tilt the thermometer while measuring the temperature. Place it upright. We have to keep it straight like this. Okay, we cannot just tilt it or just bend it. Okay. Note the reading only when the bulb has been surrounded by the substance from all sides. When we will just keep this thermometer in any liquid or any substance, then only we have to note down the readings. Now, what are the units or scales of temperature? Different units to measure temperature are represented by different scales of temperature. It means like there are different units of temperature, right? And like we can measure the readings by different scales of temperature. A temperature scale is defined by choosing two reference temperatures and dividing the difference between these two temperatures into a certain number of divisions. Each division is called 1 degree. The difference between the temperatures, okay, is called the division of 1 degree. The reference temperature usually used are the melting point of pure ice at 1 atmospheric pressure, called the lower fixed point, and the boiling point of water at 1 atmospheric pressure, called the upper fixed point. Why boiling point is called upper fixed point? Because in boiling water or in boiling any while boiling any liquid, the temperature rises up, so it is called as upper fixed point. And like if we measure any cold thing, like if I measure the temperature of cold water or like pure ice, the temperature will go down. So that is why it is called as lower fixed point. Now the two commonly used temperature scales are Celsius and Fahrenheit. In scientific calculations, Kelvin scale is used. Like whenever we used any scientific calculations, any numerical or something, at that time in temperature the Kelvin scale is used. In Celsius scale, the melting point of ice is taken as 0 and the boiling point of water is taken as 100 degree Celsius. The difference between 2 points is divided into 100 degrees. In Fahrenheit scale, the lower fixed point or the melting point of ice is 32 degree Fahrenheit and upper fixed point or the boiling point of water is 212 degree Fahrenheit. The difference between these 2 points is divided into 180 degree Celsius. Now students, let's see how this difference is 180 degree, like in the 32 degree Fahrenheit and 202 degree Fahrenheit, how we get it the difference as 180 degree. Let us just subtract 202 degree Fahrenheit and let us subtract 32 degree Fahrenheit from it. Okay, because the like the difference is this. Let us subtract it. 2 subtracted from 2, 0. 3 subtracted, we will take one borrow, so it will become 11. So 3 subtracted from 11 will give us 8 and 1 will be left over here. So this is how we got 180 degrees as the difference between these 2 points. Okay, now conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit. This is the formula. I hope you all remember it very well. We have used it in our maths in 5th standard also, right? The Celsius and Fahrenheit scales are related as follows. C upon 5 is equals to F minus 32 upon 9. Yes, see students, these were the formulas which we have already used in 5th standard. Degree Fahrenheit is equals to 9 upon 5 degree Celsius plus 32, and degree Celsius is equals to F minus 32 into 5 upon 9. Right? Now how we have got this formula, let us derive it from here. See, the formula is C upon 5 minus is equals to F minus 32 upon 9. Right, this is the formula. Now let us see, when we will give this 9, no, when we will give this 5 over here, like we will take this 5 towards this side, so we will get C upon 5 is equals to, this F will remain over here, this 32 will remain over here, into 1 upon 9. Like this 5 we have given towards this side, we have taken this 5 over here, like, right? So it means this 9 we will write over here in denominator of F minus 32. So this is how we have derived this formula from this one, right? This is the formula which we can see over here, where C and F are the temperatures mentioned in Celsius and Fahrenheit scale, right? C is Celsius and F is Fahrenheit, and all both these temperatures will be given to us, then only, or either one of the temperature will be given to us, then only we can easily find the another temperature, or the another format we can convert to. Fine. So this is how we have done measurement of temperature in chapter number 2. Now what you have to do, you have to read this part by yourself and try to understand it. If you have any doubt, you can clarify it. Then in our next class we will move on to measurement of areas, and this is the last topic in this chapter. Okay, then we will move on to our exercises, then we'll do our exercises of this chapter. Okay, have a good day students, take care.